Man, my faith is strong, especially in this music business. I've went through a lot. I went through a lot of ups and downs, and in spite of what I went through, I still kept the faith and kept pushing. A dark moment in my career was um, I had a manager at the time by the name of Shav Jones, great guy. Some things happened. Before things happened, this guy was he was doing so many tours, and I think we did like 30 dates with me, Cedric the Entertainer, JJ and Malik. And he took me like all around the world. Uh, so for someone that was chasing their dreams, getting that type of success, tasting that, going from city to city, because he made sure I was going from city to city. He made sure that, and was paying me well. Some things happened. He had to go away, and it was like everything just went away. Like, someone chasing their dreams to waking up one day and then the next day you doing 30 city tours, and you just going in and out of the buses and the planes, and everything just go away. It was a very damaging moment because I felt like my career and everything was done just as I was getting started. So it was even hard to even explain to the family, like, what happened. You went from this to nothing. So I was at a point where I was like, it shouldn't be this hard, you know. Um, and then I end up doing another show with Charlie Wilson. And that next day, he was the host with Steve Harvey. Um, and so I started listening to Steve Harvey. I called in on a Wednesday, and he was talking about your parachute opening. And so I was explaining my story to him, and he was like, do you got a job? I said, yeah. And I was like, I'm really going to take my career more serious. And he was like, you got to let that job go. And at the time, I got a mortgage, a wife, and 3 sons. So, you can't just let your job go. It's easier for you to say that, you Steve Harvey. But in reality, he was telling me the truth, like, because as long as I had the job, I was going to depend on that for my financial income. And I had this dream before that. I just couldn't share that with my wife at the time, because what woman wanted to hear their husband saying, hey, I had a dream, I got to quit this job, you know. So, but after Steve did what he did, he was telling me I had to quit and I had to really focus, and it wasn't going to come easy. I was able to let the job go, and slowly but surely I seen my parachute opening. I was getting more opportunities to tour the world. I was getting more opportunities to see other promoters. And I was blessed to hook up with another great guy. He's the reason a lot of people hear the song with me and Anthony Hamilton, Mr. Joe Douglas. He was my manager and Frankie Beverly Mays' manager. And he just recently passed. So once again, I'm at a dead end road. Like, man, why is it that this keep happening? Then a few people stepped in, and I really prayed about it, and thank God for SRG and Craig and Sean Music Matters, which me and Craig knew each other for at least 10, 12 years. So it was all timing for us to connect back together, man, and the sky's been the limit ever since. For those that don't know, Craig is they call him Uncle Craig, and Sean, Craig Davis is with Music Matters. Those guys have really stepped in. Working with Uncle Craig, I've watched how he move. I watched how he interact with other people, and his relationships, and I've learned, if nothing else, the relationships are very important in this music business. So, just learning, watching, um, trying to, be a great role model, a great person. Um, Having Uncle Craig is a blessing to me, because, it's just like that mentor, having great people uh, to help take you to that next level. So it's going to be a great experience for myself and him to see us all go to that next level, and let dreams, they do still come true. And my parachute is opening. You know, it's wide open now. The sky's the limit. I will like to send a shout out to Ken and Colleen Wilson. You know, great radio people. But Craig Davis and Sean, Music Matters, the whole team. SRG, that's the team now, and you know, I feel like my journey is really my journey. It's going. You know, my dreams are coming true. What we got coming up next is planning tours, getting out, getting with the fans, because I think that's very important. Connecting with the fans so they can put a face with the song. Frankie Beverly, he told me a long time ago, don't worry about being famous. Worry about taking care of your fans. Your fans will make you famous because they'll always support you with anything you do. You know, and so he's a great inspiration to look up to. He's still touring at the age he is, and the fans still support him. So I want to follow those footsteps and you know, just treat my fans right and get out there and just really interact with them and just take it over. I would like my legacy to be uh, LeVelle. LeVelle was a guy that showed love and gave it all the time. And he was a guy that made a difference in different choices that we make, whether it's family, friends, you know, everything is a positive vibe. You know, I think everything starts in the mindset. So for me, I just want to be known as a guy that brought love back, that tried to. I think it's very important to have um, a good mindset, um, especially dealing with the ups and downs of the business. You know, it could be tough. So it starts with the mind and having a good support system around you. I think that's very, very important for so many different reasons. Even when you want to throw in the towel, you know, if you got the right people around you, they'll keep you going and keep you motivated. I believe for me, keeping a good mindset is really reflecting on the negative things that I've been through in the past. You know, negative things I've seen growing up, and you know, for what I stand for, it allows me to stay rooted in what I stand for. And so when you know where you're going, when you know your direction, I think that's the most important thing, is knowing what you want to do and how you want to do it, because no matter what I go through, I know that this music journey is for me, you know, and it's not about the money. You know, of course, we all want the money and be financially stable, but it's for me, it's about touching someone else along the way. What's up, y'all? It's LeVelle. I'm hanging out with 24/7 HH.